Josiah,
That's me.
it's time for Raw. What do you got?
So, 9/29/03, the last Raw of September. We open the show with Sean O'Haire, Kane, and Chris Jericho coming out to the ring. Now, in case you forgot what happened last show,
I didn't.
He's did it. 5 defenses. The Evolve title has evolved to completion, essentially.
Yes. Well, the reason I didn't forget is because I'm not a fan of the laydown job.
Yeah, you know.
But I do let it slide when you.
Well, I was booking it. You would have had to let it slide.
Well, what I mean is when you move on to having a good match.
Yes.
Because.
I emphasize good matches over everything else.
Yes.
All 3 come out. O'Haire, of course, he has to take a couple seconds to brag. He's like, I'm the first guy to have 5 defenses. I'm that dude. And as he should, to be fair. That's very difficult. 5 defenses of anything. But before he goes in depth on what his plans are, he grabs Jericho by the face and forces him into the corner. Now, Sean gave his microphone to Kane before he did this. So, he doesn't actually have a microphone when he's saying things.
Okay.
But do you remember when Samoa Joe was talking to Paul Heyman in the corner?
Of course.
And the camera microphone was picking it up?
Of course.
Same thing here.
Yes.
He basically tells Jericho, if you ever do this again, you thought you were smart. You thought you were clever, huh? You thought you had me. Well, when it came time to pull the trigger, what'd you do? You slipped. You failed. You are a screw-up. You're a loser. You didn't earn this. There's a reason why you're next to me, behind me, and not in front of me. There's a reason you're not the leader. There's a reason you don't have Kane anymore. I have Kane.
And I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
Exactly. So, you got one last chance. Don't slip up. Don't make a mistake. Don't ever cross me again. Or else. That'll be the last time you do anything. Oh, man. So, obviously, after that, he walks away from Jericho. He puts his mask back on, essentially. He's smiling again, acts like he didn't just do that completely psychopathic behavior that he just did.
Love it.
And then he asks for Eric and or Tori, doesn't really care which one.
Yeah.
To come
Authority.
out. Someone of authority to come out.
It's so funny to me because you and I are so willing to put thought into characters that the old man just seemed to let fall away, and it drives me nuts.
And you know what? To be fair to Vince, which I can't believe I just said that out
I
loud.
know, right? Those were some surprising words.
He, especially like by the time we hit like the 2000s, he's been a wrestling promoter for what, 30 years?
So
maybe
he bought the company in 84.
84. So about 2025, which is a long time to do anything. I genuinely think, because as much as we all hate to admit it, Vince was a human being.
Yes, true.
I do think at some point he mentally just got tired.
Yeah.
And maybe got bored. Like because especially at that point, he's so successful.
I agree that bored feels accurate. Not here per se.
Yeah, not at this point.
Let's say a few years earlier when the man thought, I'll start my own football league.
Yeah.
He was bored. And other times when he's like, oh, I'm going to start my own social media app. I'm going to tout it out.
Bro, I forgot about tout.
So I guarantee that there are times when Vince was bored.
Yes.
And I'll even say this. In the next coming calendar year, I think that Vince got frustrated and uninterested in making a new star. Because when he put all his eggs in that Brock Lesnar basket and it went
bye-bye.
Yeah. I think that really hurt him in some major way.
I honestly, I do
Creatively,
agree.
especially.
Yeah, like I think it did do something to him mentally, and like hell, maybe even because let's be honest, he really likes Brock Lesnar.
Of course, and me too.
I'm about to say,
young Brock.
Blind Brock was amazing.
Yeah, he had it.
He was, honestly, that's the best way to put it. He had it, and seeing that walk away, and again, Brock, human being, did it because he was burnt out. He was tired. He couldn't.
Absolutely. The schedule, man. The schedule.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And just think, and again, I got to give credit to Vince for this. He wouldn't ask his roster to do anything he wouldn't do himself.
That's true.
Always isn't a good thing,
yes,
but
true.
Like, he was on the road just as much as everybody else. He was
Absolutely.
at every one of those house shows. He was at every one of those big events, plus all the chairman stuff.
Absolutely.
So, and let's be real, and the reports are true, he probably doesn't sleep.
Yeah, that's what I always heard.
So, I don't think as a human being you could do that to yourself and not go a little crazy.
Dude, I say all the time, anytime that I don't get a good night's sleep, I'm like, there is nothing like a good night's sleep.
Nothing hits like nothing is like we're about to have these days off, and literally I cannot look forward to it more because I'm gonna be able to sleep in.
Yeah,
it's so exciting.
But yeah, I just appreciate your creativity,
like
my creativity too, when it comes up. But like the willingness to take a chance.
Yeah, put the work in.
Yes.
So Eric obviously comes out because this is his brainchild, this is his baby. So of course, first person to hand it over, he wants the honor.
Yes.
Also, I mean, to be fair, he's the most Dario Cueto figure we have.
100%, yeah.
As far as the gift of the gods, look.
That was such a pretty title.
Oh, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Lucha Underground has some great looking belts.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and such a great presentation too. My goodness.
Everything about it, just the aesthetic, the energy, even the crowd felt like grittier and rawer than your average crowd.
Yeah.
So obviously, O'Hare's like, here is the Evolve title. I would like, as a former WCW champion, it's only right that I evolve to the AEW World Heavyweight Champion at Halloween Havoc.
Oh my goodness! If only I'd have known years ago. If only I'd have known years ago that.
Damn, that was years ago.
That Sean O'Hare was going to main event a Halloween Havoc for the Undisputed Championship. Perhaps I would have made it his place of winning the title, Halloween Havoc, but it happened at Fall Brawl.
Yeah.
But you know.
And life happens.
It is what it is.
Neither one of us knew at the time.
Exactly. And the fact is, both Fall Brawl and Halloween Havoc are staples of WCW. And so, yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Georgia wrestling, Southern wrestling. Yes, Eric, obviously, more than happy to do that. Makes the match official. We'll have Sean O'Hare versus Brock Lesnar at Halloween Havoc for the World Championship.
Yeah. So,
a lot of talking in that segment.
Tall and lean versus stocky and vicious. My goodness.
Essentially, yeah, that is the title card on that.
My goodness.
So obviously, commercial break. Come back. Eric is back in the office with Tori. Evolve title sitting on a pedestal or whatever table, whatever. Obviously, we need a new Evolve champion now.
Makes sense.
O'Hare has vacated.
He went and did the dang thing.
He wasn't involved, baby. He announces a tournament to crown a new Evolve champion. The tournament will be a one-night tournament, and it will be happening on the next episode of Raw, first Raw of October.
Cool.
Obviously, after the announcement's done, we have Gail Kim and William Regal, the principal advisor to Gail Kim, the women's champion.
Yes.
Enter the room, and Eric, of course, confirms that the first competitor in the tournament will be William Regal.
That's cool.
Because why not?
Well, yeah. I mean, realistically, William Regal, top quality talent.
I'm about to say, it makes sense. He also has a win on Raw already, which gives him.
Well, he also has an in with the boss. So
yeah,
that don't hurt nothing.
No, small things. Obviously, Goldust and Billy come in afterwards. They also said they would like to enter the tournament. Well, Eric's like, well, I already kind of planned out who's going to be in this tournament. I do have one extra spot though, so you guys can wrestle for it.
Oh, that's fun.
He's like, Eric tells him, in fact, the loser can get out of my sight.
I like that.
Obviously, Goldust, Billy, best friends are like
former tag team champion.
Multiple time tag team champions, actually. They're like, listen, may the best man win. They shake hands, and that'll happen later on in the night.
And they say in about 20 years we'll do it big in AEW.
We'll do it big in AEW, baby.
Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more, but most importantly, the story itself.
Next up, we have Lita in her first match back against Stacy Keibler.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's heavy lifting there for Stacey.
I'm about to say, listen.
She's like out of the frying pan into that fire.
Listen, she wrestled Trish last 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Now she's wrestling Lita. Two former women's champions.
Absolutely.
I'm about to say, it's the best thing for you is to wrestle.
Yeah.
The
Iron
best
sharpening iron and all that.
There
yeah.
you go. You got the concept. Obviously, Kurt's coming out with her, not Haas.
Yep.
They're doing their own thing until your boy's back. Yeah, it's a quick match. Stacy showing some slight improvement, showing that she's learned from her mistakes with Trish.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Lita.
So that, and she's the never been defeated women's champion. So
Exactly.
returning from injury, it's important for her to
get those W's early on.
And again, it doesn't hurt Stacy to take the loss when she learns from the competition.
Exactly.
So that's good stuff.
Lita hits the fade moonsault combo. 1, 2, 3. After the match, she's real proud of Stacy. Did a great job. Shakes her hand, gives her a hug, tells her you'll get there one day, kid.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Which is funny because actually no, I think they have the same amount of experience. Actually,
Well, wrestling wise, Lita is far and away more experienced than Stacy because have you ever read her autobiography?
I have.
Oh, it's quality stuff. It's quality stuff. You should
Okay.
check it out. Actually, I got it here in my hand. I'll send it to you on your way out the door.
Okay.
It's right there. She moved to Mexico without speaking Spanish
Oh,
because she loved Rey Mysterio so much.
that is awesome.
She said, that Rey Mysterio,
That Rey
so
Mysterio
good,
guy.
I'm going to move to Mexico and learn to wrestle like him.
That's actually incredible.
She went to Arena Mexico and pointed to the masks, and she was like, I want to do this. And they're like, oh, yeah, we understand.
Yeah.
Come with us.
Like lucha. We got you.
And so she picked up some Spanish enough to get the job done.
Nice.
Guess who she met down there?
Who?
A man named Steel, who would go on to be known as Val Venus.
Crap. Okay.
And so Steel wrestled under a mask,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you know
of course.
he spoke English and he could help her,
Conversate.
navigate
Get through life.
Yeah, and so while she was learning to wrestle there, is when she picked up the relationships. There we go. That then got her booked in the Carolinas, which then got her to meet the Hardys. Got her booked at ECW, which then inevitably got her booked in WWF.
Wow.
But yeah, it was.
That's a hell of a story.
It's so good. It's
I didn't know
great
I owed such a debt of gratitude to Val Venus of all people.
book. Well, technically Rey Mysterio, then Val Venus. but
You're
yeah.
right. Order of importance here. But still, no, that's actually crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah, no, it's a real good book. I don't know if you've ever read the Hardys book. Hers
Yeah.
is better.
Yeah,
Hers is better because
I believe that.
the Hardys is like, I feel like it's like half
when,
to 3/4.
when did they write it?
Like right around the split. Right around the split. So right around version 1-ish.
Oh, okay, so it was around then.
But
So-
my beef with the book is every time Matt is talking, and then Jeff pops in, he's like, "Yeah, my brother did that, so that I joined him." And I was like, "Thanks for chiming in, Jeff. We didn't need your help there."
To be fair, I mean, at that point in his career, yeah, that was pretty much the story.
Hilarious, and just a natural, and everybody loved him too.
Dude's natural charisma is still off the charts.
Yes.
I watched him in TNA, and the man's just walking, breathing oxygen, and you can just tell everyone's like, "Oh my God, that's
Love
Jeff
that guy.
Hardy."
Yeah.
Speaking of Lita, after the match, she picks up the mic, tells Gail at Halloween Havoc she will take back the championship she never lost.
Perfect.
Short, sweet, to the point, drops the mic, music hits, off the commercial, come back. Quick Christian match, just beats the jobber.
Cool.
Just want a Christian on the show.
Yeah. Vacant.
Vacant, exactly. A little bit more interesting is the Charlie Haas show, if you will. Haas's second or whatever singles match. He's had a couple singles match with Jackie Gata as his
Second.
second, exactly. He goes one-on-one with Rico, tops him out with the House of Pain, obviously.
Okay.
But the essential part is giving the crowd the opportunity to see Big Charlie Haas out here
Absolutely.
in his new Haas singlet, not Team Angle affiliated look.
Yeah. Well, it's also funny that you picked Rico because this trio had so many fun interactions on SmackDown.
They were fun, goofy.
They split up the world's greatest tag team. And so, yeah, no, I think they have a great dynamic
I agree.
together.
I think they got good chemistry and every time they're
yeah.
on TV. I agree. After this Haas match, we get a backstage interview with Christian, saying he's been pretty much at a standstill. Not a lot's been happening for him. He's kind of just been grasping at straws, trying to find his way since his defeat to Shawn Michaels, the King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right.
Says, but this tournament coming up for the Evolve title, that's his chance to get back on track and get back to his world title opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Winning ways.
He's been waiting for. After the interview with whatever backstage correspondent we have in 2003,
Gregory Helms usually.
Sure.
Yeah, usually.
We'll go with Helms. After his interview with Helms, he shakes his hand, sends him on his way, and he turns and looks, and just in the background, the camera has to kind of refocus because it's pretty far out, but he sees Sean O'Haire staring at him in the distance before going into his locker room.
Cool. Well, I mean, he's definitely a man who understands the Evolve title.
Exactly. I was about to say, a lot of experience that man, Sean O'Haire. All right, next up is Goldust versus Billy Gunn. Of course, great fans, handshake before the match, but as Eric says, loser leaves town, essentially.
Yes.
And winner gets their opportunity in the tournament next week. And love both guys. Big fan of Dustin, as you know.
Absolutely.
But on this night,
former WCW World Champion.
Former WCW World Champion. But on this night, Mr. Az, the one and only Billy Gunn, is able to hit the famouser and get the 1-2-3 on Goldust. Heartbreak on Dustin's eyes, which no one else can sell it like Dustin.
His dreams were shattered, if you will.
His dreams were shattered. Jesus Christ.
It just, it's apropos to the character.
It truly fits. Obviously, Billy's heartbroken. Goldust is heartbroken. But they embrace at the end. The crowd applause.
Yeah.
Get some thank you Goldust chants in.
Yeah.
And, we'll see what's next for Goldust. Last up, main event is Randy Orton and Ric Flair with Triple H, obviously, versus the Dudley Boys. Man, damn.
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah. I was about to say, he's going to do the thing. I'll let him make it happen. Obviously, the Dudleys, more experienced team out of this group.
Yep.
A lot of back and forth, a lot of action, a lot of cheating.
I'm shocked.
Rick and Triple H. Orton a little bit more inexperienced with his cheating, so he tries to cheat a couple times, gets caught.
Yep.
Eventually, the match does break down. Randy hits one of those beautiful drop kicks on Devon to knock him off the apron. Hits an RKO on Bubba. Tags into Rick. Rick slaps on the figure four, and Bubba taps out.
Cool.
Just because it's fun to give Rick a win every now and then.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, one of the all-time greats.
Yes.
Gotta pay some respect to those that came before.
Yep, to the Nature Boy. That's it. Evolution finishes with a big win. But I do remember them early Nitros. He was the man.
Exactly. Anyway, the end. That was just a random thought.
Great. Yeah. Now.